Ba-da-ba-ba. We good? We're good. Hey, stream, what's going on? Welcome to Friday. We are hoping to jump back in the New World this evening and continue the story. As you can see, I'm currently moving my install. The game ran fine for us last night after sitting and letting everything load, but I've been trying for the past 25 minutes or so, and it's not working, and the game flashed up a red symbol I've never seen before, which seemed to indicate there was an internet disconnect when there wasn't. And then the game has crashed out twice. I'm attempting to move it to a different hard drive. I went online, did some research. It took me all of 10 seconds to find out that a lot of people are having my issue, and it has something to do with the Aeternum build that came out 2 days ago, because absolutely nobody was having these issues before then. People were listing all sorts of processors, graphics cards, driver versions. Apparently, this is a thing for PC users. Nobody's reporting the same thing for console, but it's happening for PC users. So you can find it for yourself as well. You can type uh are you or I'm having issue or are you having issue with loading and rendering in New World Aeternum, and you'll see that there are message threads all about this. So apparently it's not just me. I thought we were going to jump right into the game. I was trying to let everything preload like last night, so we wouldn't have to sit and wait, and then it crashed on me twice, and I said, you know what, we're just going to move it to a different drive. I didn't plan to move it to a different drive, and that's why we're staring at my desktop right now for probably the next, if I had to estimate, I'd say 7 or 8 minutes. So if you needed a drink, if you needed to stretch, if you needed to walk the dog, I would suggest you do it now. And I'm not touching absolutely anything because I want to make sure 100% of the processes of my computer are all working on moving this stupid install. Which, as you can see from the fainted text at almost the top of the window there, it's almost 80 gigs. That's wild. You imagine you couldn't fit that on. I don't even know if you guys would know. You couldn't even fit that on. I don't think a Blu-ray. I don't even think Blu-rays in the beginning went to 80 gigs. I think they were 55 or 52 or something. The CDs, you were lucky to get a CD up to, what was the highest? 18? 16? I can't remember. Mind you, it's a lot of content. It just sucks when you have to move 80 gigabytes worth of data. That's all. But I don't have a choice. I mean, I guess I do. We could play something else. But I really wanted to jump in and continue with the story. At some point, I'd like to jump back into Destiny 2 also. I might look at doing that tomorrow, maybe. They got the new content out, the new dungeon is out. I hear it's pretty tricky, or it can be pretty tricky. I've never moved and installed before. This is the first. I didn't even know this was an option. So I'm moving it to the fastest drive I have, which is an NVMe drive, and we'll start the game up and see if it does the same thing. I'm fairly certain, based on what I've read this evening, it's going to do the same thing. My guild is raiding this evening. I'm jealous. I'm not ready to get back into it. Hey, Yor. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's really the only reason I'm doing it. That's the only reason a person would do it, is to make sure that you know, if you give it 100% of your power and it's still not working, then you know it's not you. Hey, Cheesy. Installing? We're not installing, we're moving. Games already installed. I've never moved an install before, but apparently Steam has an option for you to move games. So we're moving the already installed game to a different drive. That's what I have. That's my exact setup. This is the drive that this is going to. This is the only game that's going to that drive. All my games are on SATA and SSD, all of them. I refused for the longest time to put games on NVMe drives. It's a waste of performance for all the other stuff that I do. But my computer is set up just like you typed. The OS used to be on SSD, everything else was on SATA. Then I started getting large scale SSDs, moved all the other stuff to SSD along with the operating system. NVMe came out. I had to do an upgrade a few years back, got a motherboard that supported NVMe. So now I use NVMe. I think I have, what do I have? I have two NVMe's, three SSDs, and a SATA. And the SATA is my largest drive for obvious reasons. If you know hard drives, you know SATA is the largest hard drive you can get. That's my largest hard drive, but it's also the slowest out of the three of them. Now, I say slowest, it's still fast, but not as fast as SSD or NVMe. Faster than IDE for sure. There's always the option to RAID them too, but I can't be bothered. That's too much hassle. I got too much data strewn all over 5 different hard drives. I can't RAID. If I RAIDed the hard drives together, I'd lose something. It's the high capacity SATA QLC or TLC. Good question. It's an older drive. How long have I had that drive? Man, probably since I started streaming. So the drive's probably a decade old. I think it's was it a Western Digital 4? I think. I don't do a whole lot with my hard drives, but the stuff that's on my hard drives, I can't dude, I've lost I can't even tell you. I had a really crappy uh situation probably 6 years ago now while I was streaming. I lost a hard drive. I lost man. If you keep a lot of stuff on your computer, sensitive stuff, make sure you have it moved to an external hard drive or media of some sort. Because, man, when it goes and you can't get it back, it sucks. Well, we're over halfway there. You've got a Samsung 850? Yeah, right on. I think I used to have an 850. I I have two Samsung paperweights downstairs in my kitchen on my counter. I haven't gotten rid of. I figure at some point I must be able to break into them. I haven't been able to do it so far. I've got some software here that scrubs the platters on the hard drive. We only used it for emergency purposes when we used to recover people's data long time ago. It's not like imaging software. It goes down to the individual sectors, tries to pull data out and piece it together. I forget the name of it. I can find it, figure it out or whatever, but I've just been too lazy. I don't think there's anything on those hard drives of pertinence. I mean, there's probably a lot of conversations I used to have with ladies back in the day when the internet was brand new. Those are stories for another time. 99% life left on that drive. I believe it, man. I believe it. The hard drives back then, just like the cars back then, man, they were built to last. It's when they started changing up metals for the hard drive cases that stuff started to fall apart. I think I have a SCSI drive in a box somewheres, I think. I think I have a couple SCSI cables. I'm not sure. I might not have them. I did a lot of computer work back in the day. I don't do it now. Oh, I shouldn't say that. If somebody needs something done here, like in real life, I'll make a house call. Make a few bucks. Do some upgrading or troubleshooting or what have you. I might be narrating some Christmas books in the next month, so that's pretty cool. An opportunity came across my purview, so to speak, this morning. I'm waiting to hear back from the people with the projects, but it looks interesting. I tried to get in on some Halloween content, but I struck out. It didn't work. It's too late now anyways, with it being, what, 2 weeks away? Takes that long just to record stuff. %80 of the way there. Where did we leave off? I think our character was 21. Emerine is 25, and I don't think we can get in before then. So the question is, can we get 4 levels tonight? I mean, this is going to be a pain. If I get this transferred, start the game up, and the game still takes, 6, 7, 8 minutes to render everything, oh my goodness. What are you guys doing tonight? What's going on? You guys playing anything or just relaxing? You want to play some more Final Fantasy 16? How's that going? How far in would you say you are with the game? And are you enjoying it? I never got to play 15, and I haven't played 16. And I'm a huge Final Fantasy fan. I just played Final Fantasy 1, I think. When did I play Final Fantasy 1? I want to say it was 2023. Last year, I think it was, during the summer. Didn't take me long to get through it, but I got through it. I'm waiting for the new Dragon Quest. I'm fairly certain we're supposed to be getting Dragon Quest 12 at some point. Oh, 16's on the PC? Oh, right on. Okay, so how was your Act 1? What did you think of it? Was it awesome? Was it great? Was it good? Was it Final Fantasy? Oh, come on, Transfer, hurry up. You liked it? It's different compared to the other games? I heard it has more of a not the word realistic is not a proper term, but I hear it has more of a Skyrim type uh aesthetic to it as opposed to I don't want to use cartoonish, but your typical artistic Final Fantasies, I guess. Okay, give me a second here while this finishes. Like they use more of a realism, kind of like 15, and not anything like 14. All content moved successfully. Okay, so it is now on the other drive. So I'm just going to verify that there is an install folder. Okay, there it is. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, it just pooped on my internet for a second while it was loading. That's not cool. Action RPG? I never played 15, but I heard people compare style to 14. So 16, you've heard people compare 16 to 14 then, because 15 looked more realistic. 15 was the one where you had the group of boys, the group of guys or whatever, the friend group that had the car. The old 50s looking car. Or whatever, Batmobile looking car. Action RPG sounds interesting. By the way, I'm not touching a thing. I'm just letting the computer do its thing all by itself. We're going to see what happens. So far, it's not looking good. I can't tell if that audio is broken up or if that's the way it's supposed to sound. We're looking for that bar to start filling up at the bottom. Now we'll see how long it takes to load the character screen. That'll be the first test. If it's just going to show my floating head for 30 seconds before it renders everything else. And again, like I said, other players are experiencing all this exact same stuff. So it's definitely a known issue, and it only started with the launch of Aeternum. Whatever they did, whatever they changed, people believe for the compatibility, that's what messed it up for PC players. Okay, that sounds normal. Okay, that jumped in pretty quick. Okay, press any button. Loading head. Oh, that came in faster. Alright, everything is rendered as is. Alright, we're going to go ahead and hit play, and then we're going to take our hands off the wheel, because this is where it loads us into town, and we're going to see what happens. Oh. That's new. Oh, because it went to a new drive. Hey, Vec. It doesn't, it doesn't look like Throne and Liberty. Well, believe me, if this doesn't work, we'll be in Throne and Liberty. I realize I'm getting old. I had a heck of a time beating the solo tower golem with the lightning. That doesn't mean you're getting old. You just might not be familiar with the encounter, that's all. It takes a minute. Okay, so that tooltip at the bottom has just confirmed that the fishing armor is the same. You get it by completing the fishing quests. So they kept that the same. Now, my understanding is, didn't they change resists in this game a while back? I think they changed resists since the last time I played. I think they reworked the armor. They used the... Do they still use the wards? They might still use the wards. You changed your Q. Yeah, and that's... dude, yeah. I was talking about that a couple nights ago. Remapping the block. You can't resist. I know, with all these problems, you think I would just give up. I'm not like those other gamers. I'm not a wuss. I don't complain after one death and then turn tail and run. Or drop group because I haven't got the mentality to play a game. You can't play more than one game at a time. Dude, I have a problem. I'm an addict. I could probably jump between 5 or 6 games if I had time. Well, I mean, I'm doing it now. Throne of Liberty, New World. I just made a comment earlier that my guild is raiding. I'm jealous, but I can't bring myself to jump back yet. I will say one thing. I have a very powerful internet connection. I mean, very powerful. It's a big deal. And this game chokes my stream every time. I don't understand how software utilizes network bandwidth when it has no direct tie-in to the processes of your computer, but I have dropped 1800 frames right now, and OBS is telling me that I have no connection to Twitch or YouTube. So that means you guys, some of you guys, are probably getting hiccups every 3 or 4 seconds. Or maybe you're not getting a smooth video as is. And this is the only game, this is the first and only game that I've seen that has done this. And I don't understand why. And we lost connection to the server. That's great. Please verify your network settings so you have enough bandwidth to play. You see that? That's what it just said. So, just so you guys know, if I wanted to right now, I can stream in 8K on YouTube. No problem. Next to nobody can stream 8K on YouTube with no problem. But I won't do it because it'll completely destroy the Twitch stream because you can't stream 8K on Twitch. Okay. This game is cuckoo. We might end up in Throne and Liberty. I'm still a little patient, as always. Let's see how this corrects itself. But ever since this Aeternum launch, man, PC users have, dude, the message threads that I was reading before stream, PC gamers got hosed with this version of the game. See, now OBS is telling me I have 100% perfect connection, and yet the game is still busted. I just hit escape. Our quest log came up. I think stuff is loading. Oh, I heard water audio. Our skills just populated. This quest icon is the starburst here is rotating. Game is still rendering like garbage. What did they do to this game? That's our quest journal opening sound. Yeah, Vec. I was reading up on them before I started the stream tonight. I started the game long before I started the stream because I figured I'd let everything render so that we could continue jump in and go. But apparently that wasn't the case. I tried to load it about 35 minutes before stream time, and it got in past the character creation screen, started to render, and then crashed me out. And then the second time I jumped back in, it did the same thing, rendered a bit more, and then crashed me out again. So I went online, and that's when I saw that there are a lot of threads about the game not working for PC users. Now, we all know the past couple of nights the game has worked great once we've given it, 8, 9, 10 minutes to render. Okay, what's happening here now? It's going to try and load us back into the city. I haven't touched anything, by the way. Just sitting here with my hands together, not saying a prayer. Oh, there's a splash screen. There's the character screen. So there's our rendered character. Play. We still have the connection symbol down at the bottom, which is interesting. I don't know why that's still there. Must be bad netcode. Something changed with this version of the game. Something changed. For those of you that have been here, or that were here when I played New World last year, like, you guys know that I spent like a year and a half, and the game was flawless. We did everything. We got to 65, we ran all the stuff, we got all the gear, did everything. We come back to check out the new experience for this version of the game, and it's like the game's still in development. But there are a lot of people who aren't having these issues. It's not like every single player in the game is having these issues. So I wonder what the well, sir. I wonder what the difference is. People are saying they have AMD setups and it's not working. People are saying they have NVIDIA setups. People are saying they have Intel setups. Okay, we're in game. Our character is rendered, but nobody else is. That's a low quality render. This is what all these other people were experiencing. This is all the rendering stuff. This has happened all the past 3 nights. This has happened. I'm not doing anything. I'm not even going near the keyboard or mouse until I know the system has rendered, the city. Well, we got some foliage. ready for your normal Friday night, watching your stream while sitting in the dark, eating a bucket of chicken and Costco sheet cake. Holy shit. Dude. Dude, I could go for some chicken. Oh, I haven't had chicken in ages. I had coffee this morning. I had chili for lunch. And let me tell you, you shouldn't have coffee and chili in the same 5-hour period. I'm just saying, it's not good. The afternoon was rough. Hey Jay, have you tried a full reinstall? Yes, I have. We've tried 2 reinstalls. I've tried 2 different hard drives. I've tried reinstalling my graphics. Everything else on my computer for the past 10 years works great. Everything works fantastic. It's just this game. We've played Throne and Liberty. We've played a dozen other things. Like, everything is running flawless. But 3 days ago, this started, and I didn't really put much thought into it until last night. And then tonight, I was at my wit's end, and I said, okay, I got to go online and look and see who exactly is having this same issue. And there are a lot of players that are having this issue, and it's all PC users for whatever reason. I saw no reference to console issues whatsoever, but it's all PC users of all AMD, Intel, Nvidia, all of it. And I don't know why it's happening. We're still waiting. Our game's not fully rendered yet. That shrine is not rendered. Do you have a VPN you can turn on? I don't have a VPN, no. Maybe going through a bad router somewhere? I wonder if that's it. But it would have to be tied to New World. Do you know offhand if New World uses any sort of specific IP or server connection? Because you guys have been here. We've done Throne and Liberty. Throne and Liberty's been flawless. All the other games have been flawless. It's just even New World. Like, we've played New World for 1.5 to 2 years, and it was flawless. It's only with the launch of Aeternum that this is happening. And it's not just me, it's a lot of other people. You can go online and look, and it's a lot of other people. Oh, gotcha, man, gotcha. But this is what everybody said. A lot of people are saying once they get in, they have to wait up to 10 minutes for everything to render. Once everything renders, it runs great, which we found out last night. But you have to wait for it to render. And Stogram, I don't know how long you've been here. Oh, there's that message again. I've moved the install to an NVMe drive, so we even have it on the fastest drive possible. It's been flawless for you. You did a new install, right? Ooh, game crashed out altogether. That's interesting. Is it running in DX12 or DX11? That's a good question, Yor. You just downloaded the 40 gig patch? I don't know. We did a fresh install yesterday. I removed the old install and did a fresh install just to see if that fixed it because of the new version of the game, and it hasn't fixed it. But again, like I said, I'm not like, if you right now open up your browser and you type in New World Aeternum connection issues, you'll see that there are tons of people having this exact situation. Whatever's going on, there are a lot of people experiencing this exact same problem, and nobody has a fix for it. All of that loads fine. Let me sit here for a minute and see if it goes into a cutscene. There used to be an intro to New World, a video intro to New World involving a wolf that ran through the forest. We'll see if that kicks in. Maybe it's because I'm Canadian. Yeah, maybe. You know, I look at this screen, I look at this splash screen, and all I can think about is Sea of Thieves. See the boats in the water, and all I can think of is Sea of Thieves. Don't ban you. Okay, we're not getting a video. All right, so here we go. We're gonna try it again. Okay, that was much faster. It's not perfect. It's not like it used to be. It's much faster. So maybe we'll sit for another minute. Just to see if anything loads in the background. If I click my other character... That wasn't bad. Okay, let's try it again. I'm not touching anything. Cross your fingers, people. Hey, Wolf, what's going on? I imagine they had to change quite a bit in the background to accommodate cross. Yeah, and that's my concern, Wolf. I'm pretty sure that's the issue. Okay, man, thank you for the offer. We might actually do that if I can't get this to work. Hey, man, what's going on? That dude's stuck rolling. Alright. So everybody's in their skivvies. Trying. There's some issues with PC install for a lot of people, and I'm trying to get the game to render correctly. It's been a mess the past 3 nights. Okay, we're moving. Yes, I played New World for almost 2 years, and it was flawless. And then, of course, they just came out with this new version, which enabled cross-play so that console users could jump in and play. And whatever they've done with creating the console version of the game, it looks like it's busted it for a lot of PC users. I've been doing some research the past 2 days, and nobody's got anything solid about why this is happening. And Amazon hasn't come out to say, or the developers haven't come out to say anything. There's been no patch, no update. People in game chat, from what I see right now, are talking about the issues currently. Everybody's listed different graphics cards, different processors, different installs, and a lot of people are still having the same issue. You guys can see the chat down here. That's what they're all talking about. I'm going to periodically move around a bit just to not get the connection error. It definitely does, my friend. You're leveling your fishing and cooking? Oh, and Throne of Liberty? You can see why I'm not... Yeah, right, gotcha. I mean, you could always stream your fishing and then just chat it up. That's what I would do. I mean, you guys know, I yap too much anyways. See, normally the town is rendered by now. I only move so far and then my keyboard stops working. Stopped again. Stopped again. This is insane. Well, there's part of the buildings. If you look over there to the far right, far right, you'll see part of a building is rendered. All these people standing still, I wonder if they're waiting for their game to render as well. That's why they're standing still. Because that's a load-in place where that pile of people are standing. I bet you that's what it is. They're all standing waiting for the game to render. Maybe they've just done something with the servers, and the servers don't hold the same population they used to. They do use the mega server technology, right? Like, you pick your server that you jump into, but if you queue up in a dungeon, you'll queue with people across other servers. We're getting there. Sheila still has just her head. Oh, you guys can't see Sheila. She's right here. That's the top of her head. And that's the rest of her that hasn't rendered. That person was able to call. Oh, we have to go to Everfall too because we have the Mount Quest, don't we? Yeah, we have the Mount Quest. We might see about buying a house in Everfall. Tell us about Vanguard again. Oh, dude. Have you tried loading at a rural waypoint? I have not. I mean, we can try. Let's see. No, we gotta go north anyways. Let's go up here. Get away from all these people, maybe? Maybe it helps with the rendering? Whatever they've done with this game, man. I've been thoroughly enjoying the new experience. It's been great, except for this. Oh, we're in the world. Alright. We're gonna stand still for a second. Oh, really, Vec? I didn't know that. Yeah, see, I still haven't joined a guild. Do me a favor. Find a cool guild and then let me know. I mean, once this game renders, man, the game looks so good, but whatever congestion is causing this for people it's just ridiculous. Oh, we're on different servers. Oh. The guild vendor has important stuff? Oh, don't tell me that. Now I gotta go find a guild. Oh, I guess we could be blocked for suspicious software corrupted install. It's the same error message we got last night. That's gonna try and load us back in again. Unreal. Well, okay. It should load us in the rural area with nobody else around us, so chances are we're gonna get the game a little faster this time. I think. As long as we're not looking directly at players. We're gonna get in here. I want to get 25 so I can run Amrine. Oh, you dirty, dirty, dirty. What is going on? Dirty, 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 dirty. Okay, it should still load us in the rural area. New World Aeternum Twitter. Okay, rendered that slower. We are extending our maintenance window to 30 minutes. That was yesterday. No, there's nothing significant about these issues. Have an issue, submit feedback. Okay. Known issues. Let me see what this says. If you're encountering issues when using DirectX 12 beta, please make sure that your graphics card driver is up to date. Our drivers are up to date. We're not using the beta version. What? Yo, game. This is insane. Man, they have a lot of issues listed here. Holy smokes. Not even related to my issue. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. Guys, why is the game doing this to me? They don't want me to jump into the game. They don't want me to show you guys the game. I wonder if I should try rolling back the drivers. That seems like an odd thing to do. Because we didn't have the old drivers when the game launched. We had the new drivers. The game launched after the new drivers were already published. I don't know offhand. Well, see, the thing is, there are so many people streaming this game that have speed ran through. Oh, look, it came in rendered. I'm not touching a thing. It came in rendered. Everything is there. Everything is there. Mind you, it looks like the quality is lower than usual. We're in. We made it. The shrine's fully rendered. Everything's rendered. Oh my goodness. Okay, hang on. It's on low. What if we go to high? Yeah. We're not going to log out in the city anymore. We'll have to log out in the field. I turned the graphics up, and the quality went down. Oh, lag while it renders. You know what? We'll just run around. We have to go north to get to Everfall, right? Yeah. Yeah, look, the game's killing my stream again. Dude. Unbelievable. There's Everfall. Oh, nope, not even close. That's the fort. We want to go that way. That person has their area voice on, and it looks like they are not on push to talk. We're going to keep running the Everfall. Oh, that's a bad idea. Let's not do that. Players aren't rendered. Creatures aren't rendered. We're on the road, though. That's always good. For those who might be just joining the stream, oh god, it's going to kick me out again. We're experiencing the game issues that players have been experiencing since Aeternum launched. Tonight, for some reason, seems to be the worst they've ever been. We're trying to manage. We're trying to get in and get the game rendered. We haven't found a fix for it yet. Nobody has. A lot of people are having this issue. A lot of people have actually stopped playing this game because of this issue. But I'm persistent and patient. We're going to defeat this. We're going to beat this bug. This game never did this before. We've been playing this game for the past almost 2 years. We already have a level 65. Got all the gear, all the stuff. Never had a problem. And then Aeternum came out and this happened. And we've done everything. We've uninstalled the game. We've reinstalled the game. We've reinstalled the game to different hard drives. We've upgraded our graphics card drivers. I haven't rolled them back. We haven't tried that yet. We might try that. A new version of the drivers just came out recently. What were they? The 565s, I think. Might try rolling back to the previous to see what's happened. There have been some postings online about DirectX 12. Okay, we came in mostly rendered. The water underneath us. This needs to... Oh, there's the dirt. So all we have to do is keep... Oh, that horse has no animation. Can I get up these stairs? I can. Okay. That worked. Audio's a little broken. That's a PvP player. Hence the name in red. That mount has animation. That means we loaded pet animation or mount animations. We're trying to get to Everfall so we can do our mount quest. Game's still not fully rendered. That's what those little lag bursts are for. Unfortunately, according to OBS, it looks like the game's lag bursts are affecting the stream. That means those of you watching on Twitch and or YouTube are probably going to get performance issues. You'll probably get some jankiness, some choppiness. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do except stop playing this game. And I don't want to do that. We're almost there. Creatures haven't rendered yet either. Don't see any deer. Oh, there's a deer. There's Everfall. Well, that worked. Didn't have an issue. So we're coming up to a bigger city. This is one of the main cities in the game, which means we're probably going to find more people than from the previous town, which means there's probably going to be a lot more jankiness when we get inside because the game's going to have to register all the player assets. Oh, we just got the connection signal. It's up there. You'll see at the top of the screen. That's telling us that we are not connected. We are, though. Inventory showing. Hang on. Let's look away from the city for a second. Well, it's on high. What if we go very high? You can't cook without the guild vendor? I almost went into the open dungeon at night. Remember at the last seconds. PvP at night? Oh, yeah. That's unfortunate, man. That's unfortunate getting progress gated with PvP. Okay, I figured that was going to happen. It's probably going to kick us all the way back out. We'll have to jump back in, but the game should be rendered. This is wild, man. How long has this been taking us? Oh my lord, almost an hour and a half. Hour and a half just to get into this game. Can you imagine? That saw is not big enough for that log. That's going to take that person a long time to get through it. Connection symbol's still there. New World Aeternum issues with DirectX 12. DirectX 12 is experimental. If it doesn't work, switch back to DirectX 11. Okay, that's rendered. That looks good. Everything is in here. The environment's here. The ground is here. The movement in the back of the rock rubble is there. No lag. Let's see what happens now. Wouldn't it be hilarious if you just had to keep logging into the game until it worked? Could you imagine? There are like 50 people outside the open dungeon waiting for daytime. They know, man. They know. They don't want to put up with the grief. I keep losing my YouTube audience. I'm probably losing my Twitch audience too. Sorry, people. I can't do anything about it. I'm trying. I'm trying to bring up New World, and New World won't let me. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm standing still while we wait for stuff to render. There's more of the grass. Now we just need the ground to spawn. You can see the foliage starting to come in, so it is rendering bit by bit. I'm seeing bushes in the distance spawn in. There we go. Man, it's Friday evening. There's so many people on. OBS is bottomed out again because of this game. OBS is telling me that I've dropped 5% of the stream tonight. That's a lot. There's the ground. I don't see the blue light from the shrine. Oh, our UI hasn't even fully loaded in. Oh, we see a player running in the distance there. Man, why couldn't this be like last night? We had a near flawless stream last night. Once we had everything rendered. It only took 2 logins. Okay, that tree's got some detail to it. Oh, we just got staggered, so they're still rendering. That house just showed up. Or that farm just showed up. There's a player there. We can see the inside of the city. The audio is still cutting out, which means it's still loading. That's smooth. Let me run around outside for a minute before we go into the city. Oh. Yeah, see, our UI still hasn't loaded in the bottom left. Actually, come to think about it, our hit points haven't colored in the bottom. Oh, nice. Herbs. Pick these up while we're out here. These are rendered. That's working. That's working. That's working. No choppiness here. Stream is cleaned up after dropping another 2%. Again, not good. Ooh, animal viscera. Hit points just colored in, that's good. Okay, I think we're good to try the town. Like, look at how good the game looks, man, when it's rendered. Map is not fully rendered yet. Here we go. You see, you shouldn't be blanking out like that. Should be a smooth scroll. Alright, let's try the city. Gobble gobble. Oh, medium prey can now be tracked. Here we go. That person missed a few notes. That road hasn't rendered yet. We're gonna stand still until that road renders. We're gonna get into the middle there and it's gonna lag like crazy because it's gonna try and render all the players. Man, I feel like I'm playing back in 1998. I feel like we just walked into the bazaar in EverQuest for the first time. That player ahead of us isn't rendered. That's interesting. That plant just came into view. That lamppost just came into view. The road still hasn't rendered. They gotta fix this, man. They're not saying what they did. They're not saying what they did. They're not saying what's not working. And that's the worst part. If they came out and told us what's not working... Oh, road just rendered. That person was half not rendered. That's not rendered. Okay, that just rendered. Now, we would normally buy a place here. How much money do we have? 796. That's not enough. We need more money. Oh, I think. What's the cheap house? Was it 5,000? 1,000. 6,000. And 10,000? No, 6,000. Was that it? Just 6,000? Huh, okay. We'll keep that in mind. Stuff is still rendering here. Oh, never mind. We got suspiciously kicked out again. Oy vey. I apologize to you viewers for trying to check this out and then failing miserably. This is the only time this has happened. I still can't figure out what's going on. Every day you'll receive bonus rewards for the first 3 faction missions you complete. Okay. Should I take the time and try an earlier version of I can't see it being the graphics drive. I mean, maybe, but it's affecting the stream, which means it's network. It's bandwidth. The game is crapping on my bandwidth, which doesn't make sense. It should be virtually impossible for a game to crap on my bandwidth. Wanna up the curb appeal in your home, place more items in it, then complete missions and defeat monsters in the territory your house is in. I didn't know that. Rare furnishings cause your curb appeal to increase faster. I didn't know that. Wow, that's the first I'm hearing about it. So fill your house up with stuff and then do the territory quests. You can get a discount on your first house? Now that came in completely rendered. Oh my, oh my, oh my. New World Aeternum Login blocked. Suspicious software or corrupted install detected. The issue is because of a DNS error. Oh no. And you will keep getting booted until you change your DNS. Oh, I've got to restart my router. Are you kidding me? Ah. I wonder if that's going to fix it. It's a DNS error. Wow. Okay. Alright, so those of you that are viewing me, I'm going to have to end the stream for probably 5 minutes. I'd say 6 minutes, maybe. I apologize. Sorry you guys couldn't get gameplay. We will be back in about 6 minutes, I would say. 6 or 7 minutes, hopefully with a clean internet connection. I'm going to go reboot the router, and we're going to do this over again. Back in a bit.